Let's discuss difference between compounds and mixtures. Compounds are pure substances. Pure substances are made up of the same type of the particles. Compounds are made up of same type of molecules. For example, in universal solvent, water, only H2O molecules are present. Limestone, CaCO3, consists of only CaCO3 molecules. Mixtures are impure substances. Impure substances means which are not made up of the same type of particles. For example, soil. The components of the soil are the varying one, different one. No uniform identical components are present in the soil. Then second point is they are made up of two or more elements. For example, when iron and sulfur unite together at a high temperature, they result in the formation of the compound FeS. So two or more elements, for example hydrogen, oxygen, unite together and artificially we can made a H2O. Compounds are made up of by combination of two or more elements, and very important thing, there is a chemical bond. Chemical reaction occurs between the two or more elements to form the compound. In case of mixtures, the two or more substances unite together, but chemical bond is not there in between these substances, and it's only physical mixture. There is only physical forces of attraction. So this is second difference. Next one, constituents of compound are present in a fixed ratio. Let's have an example of quicklime or calcium oxide. In case of quicklime, CaO is CaO is its formula. The ratio of calcium to oxygen in CaO is 1:1. Water, the atomic ratio of hydrogen to oxygen in water is 2:1. The ratio is fixed in case of the compounds, but the constituents of the mixture, they are present in a varying ratio. For example, tea, there is no any fixed ratio of a tea powder, sugar, water and milk. Okay, na, in different homes we may see these components are get mixed in a varying composition. So the components are get mixed are present in a varying composition. For example, soil, the components of soil are not fixed in a place. One, suppose the certain components are present in a certain amount, the same proportion of the components will not be there in another place. The next one, the properties of compounds are the fixed one. For example, water is a compound, its melting point is a fixed one. Okay, now water, better to say freezing point of water is 0 degrees Celsius, okay, at 1 atmospheric pressure, irrespective of a place. And boiling point of water is also fixed one, it is 100 degrees Celsius. So like that, the properties of the compounds are the fixed one, but it is not case for the mixtures. The properties of mixtures are not fixed one. Say for example, if we analyze the soil, if we try to take the melting point of a soil from place A, place B, place C, the melting point of soil from the place A, place B and place C, more probably it will be a different one, because the component in the soil sample from the place A, component of the soil sample from the place B and component from the soil sample from the soil C, the components are different, their bond length, bond angle, all the things are the different one, and that's why the mixtures do not show identical properties. The next one, compounds can have properties different from its constituents. It is very important. For example, common salt. In case of common salt, its components are sodium and chlorine. Sodium is highly combustible metal, highly reactive metal, silvery white colored metal. Chlorine is pale green colored gas. But these properties of sodium we are not seeing in sodium chloride. Sodium is combustible, but the compound formed by the sodium, that is sodium chloride, is not combustible. Chlorine is pale green colored gas, but the compound formed by the chlorine, that sodium chloride, it is not a green colored, it is not a gaseous one. So what we can conclude, the properties of compound and the properties of the components are the different one. Okay, now in case of mixtures, what happens, as it is a existence of physical forces. So because of that, the properties of mixtures are the same as that of the components, as that of the properties of the constituents. We may take a simple example of salt and sugar. If we mix the salt and sugar, whatever the physical mixture of salt and sugar we'll get, that physical mixture is salty as well as sweet also. Means sugar alone is sweet and the mixture of salt and sugar is also sweet. Means sweetness of sugar get retained. In the same way, salt is a salty, alone salt is salty. But if the salt become part of a mixture of salt and sugar, that mixture is also salty because the property of that salt retains there. So we can conclude here the properties of the constituents remains as it is in even if that constituent become part of a mixture. Then the next one is the constituents of a compound can't be separated by physical means or by the physical methods. We can't separate the components of the mixture. Say for example water. We can't separate the hydrogen and oxygen from the water by the simple methods like boiling, freezing, or churning, or with the help of some instrument like a mixer. So the hydrogen and oxygen can't get separated by the simple methods. Even other methods are there: winnowing, magnet separation, distillation, like that. By simple methods, sodium and chlorine from the sodium chloride can't be separated. By the simple methods, zinc sulfate, zinc, sulfur and oxygen can't be separated. But what about the that mixtures? In case of mixtures, the components of mixture can't be separated. In case of mixture, components can be separated easily. And there are the different methods. Just I said, winnowing is method so as to separate the husk from the grains. Then by the centrifugation method we can separate the cream from the milk. There is a method, centrifugation, that is used for the separation of plasma from the blood. By the distillation we can separate the two immiscible, sometimes miscible liquids also we can separate. Okay, so it can be separated, components can be separated. By using magnet we can separate the iron particles from the sulfur powder. Okay, and here some examples are given. One noticeable thing, compounds are represented by a certain formula. For example, glucose C6H12O6, water H2, and there is no any specific formula for the mixtures. Okay, now because the components are present in varying composition, so we can't put a exact numbers, just here the numbers are put as a C6H12. So in case of mixtures there is no any specific characteristic formula. Okay, bye all of you, thank you.